Good evening, chat. How's everybody tonight? I hope everybody's here ready for some Star Trek. We are live, episode 3, ready to go. Uh-oh. We're having some wacky issues. Alright, we're good. It did not drop nearly hard enough. I'm a little sad about that. Anyway, so we are here for episode 3, where we last left our intrepid crew. We had gotten into a lot of trouble. The crew had split in every direction, gotten caught in what seemed to be quite the time loop, with everyone split on multiple ships, revealing our new nemesis and our complete inability to do anything about it. Will anyone survive tonight's mission? Will they ever get on a more prestigious ship? We don't know, but we're gonna try to find out tonight. Is it gonna drop? Is it gonna drop? Is it gonna drop? Wait. Hold. You are banned for crimes against beat dropping. Anyway, I'm going to start us up on our opening, and we are gonna be live in a moment. Hope everyone's excited. Stop that.
Not like
Yay, great. Here we go. All right, last time you guys figured out that your captain, Anaphis Ferran, was actually the entirety of the terrorist organization called the Witness. That he has something, that he knows something about the apocalypse that happened on Cascade. That basically this temporal distortion, everything that came through it was something that happened from the Federation, which was kind of insane. And he was holding at least a few members of the original crew of the Valor hostage on the planet. Scuffle ensued. Anaphis got knocked out. A bunch of his minions got knocked out. One of the minions shot Enzo on the planet. T-Rex was going in with blade in hand. Narc was running off to catch up with a bunch of equipment on him. And then up top side, Tobin had the standoff with First, which is the super scarred, weird, evil leader version of Modiphus. However, they did manage to get away with the Valor, leaving Tobin with his ship. Well, not his ship, but everybody's ship. And the ship is currently locked out thanks to the attempts of trying to get in and the fact that the captain locked everybody out. Lenra went downstairs to actually confront some of the witness. That ended in Lenra getting knocked out by a pipe thanks to a huge complication. So she is unconscious. And as the ship left, the shuttle with what you guys are hoping is the crew that you sent over to fix the Valor is floating in space. So that's where we are, and that's where we begin. At this point, we begin planet side, just to kind of like set the stage. Enzo had just gotten hit by that phaser blast. He goes down backwards. He actually hits his head on one of the stone outcroppings. One of the pieces of the building that's been blown out, knocked out. The final witness steps over him, phaser rifle in hand, about to take him out, when we all hear the wet thunk of flesh being pierced by a dagger, specifically a Dick Tog. The witness kind of curls sideways, does that thing. We all see the dagger sticking out of the spinal cord, a perfect throw from T-Rex, and then the witness falls over, dead to the ground. T-Rex is now standing with just the 5 crew members who are still bound and kind of hung towards the corner. Modiphus is stunned on the ground. The other 2 witnesses are stunned thanks to Enzo's efforts. And Narc is on his way into that chaotic hole. Back on the ship, we are about to get hit by the second temporal distortion that the people on the planet already got hit by. Lenra is being pulled into the med bay. She is not conscious yet. But as she gets pulled in, we then switch over to Tobin, who's still back in the command, the bridge. And then the wave washes over you, Tobin. And all of a sudden, you're in the command room again, standing dead center in the middle. You see First one more time, but this time it's the image that just happened. Him talking to you, him speaking all the words he said the last time, and at that point, an explosion rocks the very core of the Danielson. Just boom, the whole ship rocks, and you're actually thrown off your feet to your knees. This explosion actually wakes Lenra up because it tosses her off the medical bed that they just managed to get her on.
Then I hit my head and go unconscious again.
You're out again, baby. You wake up in the sudden like explosion, alarms going off. At that point, we also see outside. Sorry, setting the stage here, guys. The shuttle bay, who was slowly moving back towards the ship. Cynthia Deveros driving, Billy Backwater in the passenger seat with some of the other crew inside. One of the pieces of debris flies from the ship, 1,000,000-to-1 calculation, slams into the side of the shuttle, hitting its right thruster. There's a huge explosion. The thruster the whole shuttle kind of spins and turns topwards, upside down. You see the power drain out of its impulse thrusters at the exact same time that you see the power drain out of the impulse thrusters of the Danielson. So we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to Tobin. Tobin, all of this shit just happened to you. The plot has thickened, so to speak. What do you do, man?
Chat.
I can hear you.
All right, you hear me. All right.
I was clapping for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably we did.
There we go. I'm
Twitch
fixing
can
it.
hear
I like that physical role playing there.
You know what? I take the opportunity when I have it.
There we go.
So
Doesn't matter if we're on stream, sitting down. Brian's gonna LARP when Brian's gonna LARP. That's how it's
Listen.
gonna roll.
I have a long history of throwing myself into being killed for media presentations. So, just reflexively told status report. There's no one else there, and the computer's not responding.
There's no one there.
So
And
he
the
runs.
computer.
I run
Okay.
over to the engineering console to try to find anything that's going on, any information. Just is
You are
running,
locked out of the console.
vaulting.
You got a complication trying to get into it last time. So not only are you locked out, it's like not only did you not remember your password, you entered the wrong one 3 times, and now you got to wait 24 hours. Like that's the kind of locked out you are right now. So you're kind of at like a panic state when your comm goes off and you hear, "Hello, hello, hello." It's Cynthia's voice over your normal
Commander. There's
comm.
it's
Who am I speaking with?
Lieutenant Lal. We've got quite a problem on the ship. Did you get it? You got off the Valor?
Yes, they put us on a shuttle right after the repairs were done, and they said go back to the ship. Something exploded on the Danielson though, and a piece of debris caught us. We're floating. We're gonna need you to tractor us in.
So the systems are locked out.
I'm sorry.
The systems are locked out. It's a long story, but everyone on who had commandeered the Valor locked all the systems out. There's also phaser fire in the lower decks. It's there's almost no one. There's almost no crew left.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh. All right. There's bypass for the computers. I can get you there. You're gonna have to do some work though.
I hope it's as much of a bypass as even the captain couldn't stop, because I'll explain more. Let me know where do I have to go?
Okay, there is an access hatch off the bridge into the sublevels of the ship. You're gonna need to walk. You're gonna need to go into the computer system, basically.
Oh, it's not Star Trek without somebody climbing in Jeffrey's tube.
I know this is the Jeffries 2
It's
episode,
very
baby.
important.
There's going to be 2 Star Trek stables happen in this episode.
It's a good thing I'm not the smallest crew member, but I don't take up a lot of space. I can fit through Jeffrey's tube hatch.
It's like, okay, you're good. You're going to have to access it. You're going to have to climb down a few levels. It's a pretty high drop, so just be careful, okay? Is there anybody else on the bridge that I could talk to? Where's Lenra?
Well, Lenra went down to fend off the attackers. I haven't heard anything from her. She's not responding.
All right, let's try and get in touch with her. We've got a couple injured over here, and our oxygen is not a forever sort of situation at this point. So Billy's tending to them, but we need to get this ship up and running again. So are you going to try and get a hold of Lenra on the comms?
So I'm going for the hatch and just hammering on my comm badge for anybody.
Okay.
This is Ensign.
Literally,
Ensign Morty. Oh God, it's all gone to crap.
You actually, you right off the bat, you hear Kyle O'Reilly and Ensign Kyle O'Reilly come back and be like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
What's your rank again? I'm trying to do good on
Lieutenant.
rank this time. Everybody was bitching about rank. Lieutenant. Okay. Lieutenant, yeah. Ensign Kyle O'Reilly here. What's your rank, Seatown?
I'm lieutenant.
Lieutenant. I've got Lieutenant Hanover here. She's coming too. Just give me a second.
Coming too?
All right,
What happened?
Pipe to the head. That's what happened.
She went down in honorable battle. She definitely didn't accidentally get shot in the roof and then a pipe fell on her head.
Nope, that's exactly what happened. Jesus Christ.
He goes, yeah. So he goes, yeah, here she is. And
Exploding console happens to the best of us.
Right. Status report. What the heck's going on? And what surprises did our dear captain leave us?
So Commander Devereaux is on the shuttle with the rest of the crew coming back, but they got damaged by whatever explosion that was. I don't know if you were awake for that.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so there was another explosion while you were out. I don't know what it was. We're still locked out. I'm trying to do a bypass. We need to tractor them in before they run out of oxygen and also unlock the computer. And are there still people shooting at you?
No.
And the captain who's not the captain, well, he is the
They're
captain.
They're all the captain. It's all the captain. Whatever happened down there is some weird temporal Borg nano bullshit.
They didn't really cover that too much in dynamics, but you know what? I'm gonna try not to fall and die in this Jeffries tube.
Okay, where are you?
Spatially, probably about 2 floors up and to the left.
Crack team.
Where are you going?
I'm taking Jeffries tube A14 down to the core. We have to the computer core. We have to bypass it manually.
Right. I'll get to auxiliary control and see if we can do anything from there.
I'd appreciate it. This isn't exactly my specialty, but you know what? We're gonna make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you start to head into the Jeffries tube then, Tobin?
Yeah.
Okay. You open the Jeffries tube. It is a big drop right off the bat. And she goes, all right, you need to go down 3 different tube chamber doors. Once you get down 3 of them, you will be able to access a specific hatch. That's A14F. Once you access that hatch, you'll be able to climb in there, but you got to really be careful when you're climbing down to it.
Yeah, Commander, it doesn't look like these this ladder's been properly given its regular service interval. So I'll be cautious.
She's like, yeah, we didn't clean the ladder that much. We're a tow truck. We're a cosmic tow truck. I didn't think we were going to deal with terrorists. So if you don't mind,
I cut this conversation off and just go, both of you, focus.
You know what, Sean? Give me a command roll, man. Let me just go to your character. This is a good time for a command roll.
It is.
Yeah, especially because we have 0 freaking thing. That's the shit.
You have 0 fucking what?
We have 0 momentum right now. We're restarting. Which, by the way, you have 4 technically threat. So.
Right.
Why not remind him of that?
I still haven't figured out how to use it, so don't worry about it.
You use it like momentum.
I've been making enough threat myself for. So I think this is gonna be presence command.
Yeah. Yep.
I think this is the best way to go.
Difficulty range.
This is let's go 1 success on this.
Okay. Just roll straight. Can't really buy anything else. And
You're just trying to get control.
There was a conflict. What the
What happened?
damn hell?
What happened? What happened? What happened?
1 second. 1 freaking second here.
Can you buy your way out of it?
No. If you don't have any momentum, I can't buy anything out.
Complication.
But I got a success.
You did. You got the success.
A complicated
That's why I'm
success.
trying to think of what to do here. Complication.
I just Scotty myself on the way back. Knocked myself.
That's just all the complications in this game is just somebody getting knocked out like every time, like no creativity whatsoever. I was talking to him and then okay.
Knock it off. Bonk.
I'm just gonna take a point of threat. Can I do that? Okay. Can I just take a point of threat?
Yes. Instead of giving a complication, you can take threat.
All right. I'll just do this. So I'm up to 5. 5 threats. So I'll take a threat so I don't have to worry about.
Is there a cap to threat like momentum?
I'm guessing 6, because 6 is the cap for momentum.
No,
right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, good. I was afraid for a second that it was unlimited.
I'll have to look it up, but yeah, we'll say it's.
What if I just saved it up and then in the final battle I was like,
you literally.
He's rolling 13 D20s.
yours resets. It resets just like ours.
Okay, good.
But you start with it. We don't. That's the difference.
All right. Okay, so I'll just take a point of threat, but it does manage to calm her down. You see her take a deep breath, and you are remembering Cynthia Devereaux specifically took this assignment because it was not heavy on danger. She's just trying to ride out till retirement sort of situation. So this is not what she was prepared for, but she does manage to get herself control. She's like, all right. I apologize for the latter situation, but you're going to have to make it work, Tobin. There's no other way.
Is Backwater conscious on your shuttle?
Backwater's conscious, but he's tending. There was a lot of crewmates in the back, and we've got a lot of bad head wounds right now and other such scrapes and dings. They just kind of stuffed us on the shuttle with the remaining parts that we had. They went everywhere when we got hit. The gravity control is out. We're just floating here. So he's trying to tend to them right now.
Well, okay. If you can help him to relieve him, have him try to work on the shuttle to extend your time.
Backwater is the...
Yeah, he's the chief engineer.
No, Backwater is the medical.
No, I thought it was someone else.
No, he's the medical.
No, never mind.
Chief engineer is Cynthia Devereaux. She's the one talking.
Okay.
Cynthia's chief engineer.
Never mind.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just letting you know. Okay, so
I had him confused. I thought Devereaux was the medical and he was the back and the engineer.
You've been hit in the head. It's all right. Just sit down.
Devereaux, you start to climb down the Jeffries tube, I'm assuming?
Yeah. There doesn't really have an up. I'm on the bridge, so we're just gonna go down.
Yeah, down. All right. As you would expect
from
a situation like this, a secondary explosion goes off in the ship, kind of rocks it a little bit. And I'm going to need you to make a don't fall and die roll.
I need someone to make the ship stop exploding.
You're the guy. You got to do it. I think that would be like control, I would say, right? Or would it be fitness? Fitness or control, Sean?
Fitness.
What is control for? Can you?
That's more of a. I can't remember. I think that's more mental. I think it's more mental.
It's more mental. Okay. All right. So we'll do fitness.
I believe. I'll look it up. I think it's either more mental or it's more of the fine control sort of deal.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Daring's the haha. Fitness is brute and
right. Well, daring's for hitting with range with stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Like with range and shit. So I get that. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be using control for.
Control is precision, accuracy, timing. So delicate work, detailed instructions, mental. It's like willpower.
Okay. All right. That helpful. Oh well, we're gonna say fitness on this then. And we're going to say security.
I love having to do the things I am ranked at worst. Do you know what? Where is this? Where are all my notes? But you know what? My previous joined would have absolutely loved this sort of thing.
Yeah, this is a good time for that.
This is
good.
If there's a time for it, it's this. That is a.
You guys don't have any momentum right now, right?
Nope.
This is gonna be a rough episode for everybody, I think.
Yep.
Especially
Given how we're rolling.
When we get down to the planet, Narc's gonna have a bad time. Narc's gonna be a voice of reason. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's me. There's a focus.
We're about to go through hell.
Oh gosh. That's a gosh. Can I make one of these values work for this? That would be our stretch. So, yep. We're gonna go with this. Nope. Nope.
Oh wow, no at all.
Well,
I didn't complicate it.
Yeah, I think it was complicated on its own there, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you start climbing down. You're heading down. The thing rocks you. You just immediately some dust catches your hands. You lose your grip and you just start to fall down the Jeffries tube. Luckily, It's not super wide, so you can try and stop yourself, but you're gonna get banged up in the process. Let's do some. What was it? It was the stress. It's 5 stress to a wound, right? 5 stress to an injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's have you roll. Now I'm gonna have you roll control. I'm gonna have you roll control, and I'm gonna have you roll security again to try and catch yourself.
No, it's yep. Ooh. 2.
Nice. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say 1.
It would have to be a lot to clear that.
No, we need to know because anything over the initial we
momentum. Yeah. No, I understand. Move your momentum up 1. I'm gonna give you that 1. However, you're gonna take 2 stress. Basically, you slip, you start falling back, you slam into the sidewall, and you use the momentum of the sidewall to kind of John McClane yourself forward onto the ladder, and you just completely stretch yourself out and just lay flat against it, slapping the metal. Your other hand comes off from the slap force, but you manage to hold yourself on. However, you've fallen in just that nanosecond, you've fallen down 3 levels below where you need to be. So you need to actually climb back up. And we're going to switch off. We go back to Cynthia, who kind of is calmed down thanks to Lenra's yelling at her. And she floats herself back to the shuttle and manages to get passive scanners going for the shuttle to scan the actual ship itself. At this point, we got another big uh-oh. She communicates with you, Lenra, Lieutenant Hanover. It's Stavros.
What is it?
I know you're locked out of your ship, but I'm not locked out of the shuttle, and I was able to scan the damage on your ship from the shuttle.
Okay, what's the bad news?
Well, the terrorists definitely knew where to strike. Whatever that sabotage bomb was, it took out the communications, the impulse thrusters, and the tractor beam. However, the only thing it did was take out the junctions it took out some power wires that connect the circuits.
Okay, so it took out the EPS conduits. We'll be able to fix that once we can actually get control of the computers back.
No. It's an exterior fix. He breached the hull. It's locked down. Somebody's going to have to go outside and fix that thing, or you're not going to have power anyway. And
who in the hell in the shipyards decided to run major power conduits on the outside of the ship?
Whoever built this.
You're in an outdated ship that's been Frankenstein together. Look, I don't want to get in a screaming match. It's just the way it is, Lenra.
Fine.
If somebody doesn't go out there and try and fix this thing and get it up and running, it's not going to matter even if Tobin can bypass the computers. I can walk you through the repair, but somebody's going to have to go out there and fix it.
Right, I'm on my way.
O'Reilly steps up and he's like,
I cut the comms and I'm just walking down the hall going, outdated my ass. They didn't even do this in Kirk's time. Fuck.
I like how Sean likes to bitch about the continuity in character. At this point, Kyle follows you and he's like, sir, I overheard. I'd be happy to go with you if you need an extra pair of hands.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get at this point.
Okay. All right.
Out of character with how I'm rolling.
Yeah.
All right. So you head towards the airlock.
Yep.
All right. You guys get
and we
in
go out. Forgot the spacesuit.
Yeah, get your suit first.
Yeah.
You get the yeah. Woo! You get the spacesuit. Kyle puts on his spacesuit. You guys get some engineering equipment, and you get to the closest airlock you can get to the actual damage, which is in one of the like arms of the Danielson, kind of going down. At that point, you're about to do a spacewalk. See? Mm-hmm. 2 things in Star Trek. 2 staples of Star Trek. 1 episode, baby. 2 birds, baby. Okay, so at that point, you guys open the airlock.
I just got empty space for you. I didn't actually expect to have a freaking EVA walk, so this is the scene you get.
Oh, that's fine.
It's just empty space, and a lot of it.
I'm sorry. I guess I should have told you.
There's a planet over this way.
Yeah. Whatever. Focus on the hull. Make our way. Making our way to the damage. Walk in slow. Listen to magnet boots. Go chunk, chunk, chunk.
All right. Spending all my threat to kill Sean. Okay. You chunk out. It's punctured. You chunk out. You start to walk towards the downed arm. You actually see the hole. It's very pinpoint accuracy where the captain had obviously I'm gonna make you do an insight roll. Give you some maybe free momentum. One easy
insight engineering.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was about to say. Insight engineering and just 1 success.
I'm gonna use the focus as I have investigation, so that actually works.
Nope. Yeah, that totally works.
Let's see, and 2 successes.
Okay, take 1 more momentum up.
Cool.
All right. One thing you notice from just the hole as you're kind of slowly ka-chunking up to it is the captain wasn't trying to hurt anybody. He obviously did, or at least he's trying to hurt very specific people that are not on this ship. This explosion was designed to take you guys out just long enough for you guys to fix it and for him to do what he needs to do. The debris hitting the shuttle was probably, like I said, a 1 in a million shot in space that a piece of debris would hit them. But it just kind of happened that way. You also remember from the phaser blast and whatnot, nobody got killed. So it didn't seem like he was actively trying to take out any of the crew. Even the clones, the witness, didn't seem like they were actively trying to take anybody out. Not that information may help or hurt you, just gather that from everything that you've been doing.
What's going in my mind is he wasn't actively trying to hurt everybody by shutting down the ship in a dangerous temporal zone, leaving it completely adrift and blowing chunks of the ship out. Yeah, that's not going to hurt anybody.
Well, it least overall damage. I mean, obviously, you're going to set a bomb off in a place. It's going to potentially hurt somebody. But
I know it's the characters looking at this going, "Wow, yeah, that's our captain. That's definitely our captain."
Okay, so as you head up to it, you get to the place, and Deveros goes, all right, and she starts to walk you through it, walking you through the different conduits, walking you through and you're well versed. You're pretty good at engineering, so you kind of have a good idea of where things go and what things go to. But you're noticing some key chunks are knocked out. Nonetheless, you start to get to work on that, and we are gonna go planet side. To Narc. You you rush. You've been running to catch up with T-Rex. The enlisted. By the way, just so that one last retcon on T-Rex, she is enlisted security specialist. So she's a chief petty officer. So she is not. She's not. She didn't go to the academy. Let's put it that way.
Don't call her petty, though. Didn't go well last person who said that.
What?
Don't call her petty, though. That didn't go well last person who said
that. So you rush into the building, and just basically right after the scene we saw in the beginning, T-Rex is pulling her dick tog out of the witness who's over Enzo, who's down. She's then moving to Enzo to kind of see how he is. And you get the full scenario. 5 crewmates, heavily starved, dehydrated, and damaged from what you would guess would be the Valor, including Chelsea Green, the first mate of the Valor, are hanging kind of in one corner of the blown out building. There are 2 witnesses down, and then the captain, Anaferis Ferran, is also down and kind of moaning and groaning. T-Rex does not notice you right away. What do you do?
Is there any place in here, is it just a big open room, or is there places for cover? Can I just slink off to the side and just basically enter and just dive behind some rubble or something like that?
You definitely can. There's tons of rubble everywhere. It is not a level playing field. It's just kind of like a blown out building. Like the futuristic equivalent of a blown out building in World War II is what it kind of looks like. Just kind of rubble, the loose idea of a structure, a roof, kind of, that kind of thing.
Okay. And I've got my sensor equipment, just the record or the, I left most of the stuff that's actually doing the scanning and stuff back at wherever it was, but I've got tricorders and whatever the heck else, pads. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, the first thing that I want to try to do is so I already know that there's multiple people here that have the exact same life signs. Okay. So I'm going to do the Star Trek science-y thing and be like, well, since there's duplicates, there needs to be something that will indicate something different between them. So I'm going to use my tricorder and my scanning equipment to say, we can see everything that's similar. What is dissimilar? Is there anything like transporter signatures that I can see? Does anybody have subspace residue? Does anybody have tachyons? Has anybody been flooded with radiation? Specifically the duplicated Ferrons, the shadow guys, whatever.
Right. The witnesses
that I saw. I think you said there were 4 that I saw that were the exact same person.
Okay, so yeah, there was 4 people in the building that were the exact same person. One of them has ceased to be. 2 of them are down. Well, the other 3 are down. So obviously, the 3 of them are captain, 2 others. Okay. They are life sign wise equal. I like your idea of trying to figure out what's different between them. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a roll. Give me reason. No, insight and science. And it's going to be a little bit hard though, because this is going to be tricky. So we're going to say 2 success to 2 success difficulty.
Okay. I know this might be a little bit out there, but can I use my behavioral analysis at all? In such a way to see, like, is anybody seem a little more agitated? Does anybody seem anything that I can tell, or can I tell the difference between Anaphis Ferran that I actually know and these other guys? Anything between them? Would that focus work or no?
I'm going to say no because they're all unconscious. You don't really have the benefit of kind of evaluating their behavior.
Oh, that's right. So they're all unconscious at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to go back over it one more time. There are the 5 crew members of the Valor that were held hostage. They are wounded, dehydrated, and basically hung kind of in one corner of the room. Not hung like they're tied up, arms over their head sort of thing. Then you have Anaphis, and then 2 of the witnesses, which are the terrorist organization, the witnesses, which are all Anaphis, are down and stunned. There is another witness that is very dead due to Dick Tog stabbing. T-Rax is checking on Enzo, who is also unconscious. T-Rax, you, and maybe the 5 crew members are the only people who are conscious, and the 5 crew members aren't really talking right now. So that's the situation. You can't really get a behavioral analysis because they're unconscious, is what I would say.
Yep. No, that's perfect. Sorry, I misread
No,
the. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Totally problem.
So yeah,
no problem.
but I still want to be able to tell the difference between, like, any information that I can get, in the
You're using the scanner,
one of the
right?
tricorders. Yep, in
Yeah.
the regular
Okay.
tricorder. Maybe I have a medical tricorder. I don't know how to use it any differently, but I mean, he picked up like everything, so whatever.
Yeah, no, that's fine. 2 successes, insight science.
Great, here we go. Where's my character sheet? And I hit perform task
I think so.
versus perform challenge.
Or is it? I think it's.
I
do
always
not know
forget
how to
which
work
one. Is
Foundry.
it perform challenge or perform task?
I barely even have Foundry up when I'm doing this.
C-Town, I need your advice.
Or Brian, is it perform task or perform challenge, guys? Brian, you just said something, we didn't hear you.
I think it's perform task.
Okay, I'll do that one. Let's hit it. 2, something like that.
It's perform task.
Oh, I only got 3 successes.
That's plenty. You actually move your momentum up 1.
Dabo!
Yeah, Dabo indeed. Dabo indeed. All right. You hit him with the tricorder. You hit him with every scan that you can in that small period of time, just like trying to figure him out. And you do find a difference. Their carbon is different ages. Like their carbon, like their actual flesh, their particles is different ages. As far as like their physical medical readouts, they're all like the same age as Anaferis, which I think is like 32. They're all like a 32-year-old Bajoran male. But if you like look at their straight up like atoms, the atoms themselves have different ages.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna just tell the tricorder to record that stuff, or send it over to the pad and record it there.
Like a setting so that you can tell which one's how old of which.
I mean, yeah, basically just say, okay, make a file for this entity, make a file for this entity, make a file for this entity.
Okay. All right.
File it someplace. Next thing. Oh,
I want to give you one other piece of information because you did really good. Anaferis is not the oldest one of them in this room.
Dun dun dun.
And the captain in the captain's clothes is not the oldest one of these entities in this room, as far as that scan is concerned.
Okay, but one of the oldest ones is just one of the generic sort of seeming other guys?
This is kind of a retcon, but did you scan the dead one too?
Yeah, because I wanted to scan the 4 life signs that I had scanned before
That's how I read it.
specifically, and not the crewmen.
That's how I read it. I just want to make sure. The dead one was the oldest one of the 4. Then
Okay.
one of the other knocked out ones is slightly older than Anaphis, and then Anaphis is second youngest
Okay.
as far as that test is concerned.
Got it. If at all possible, so I don't know there's anything wrong with the actual ship, and the way that the tricorders, I guess, work is by sending the information back to the ship and then like looking things up and coming back. Does that kind of stuff still work? Like, do our comm badges still relay off the ship, or is everything? I mean, I know that functioning, like using controls are locked out, but our basic ship function still going? Like that?
You would be able to communicate with them normally, but due to this planet, you have not been able to communicate with them since you've been on the planet. Since
Okay,
you've
so-
been planet
Oh, yeah,
size,
you turned
guys have
off
been out of
the long-range messaging too.
Right. So even so, like the tricorder is just using its internal stuff. It's not communicating back to the ship. That's great.
That
Okay,
is
that's
correct.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Um,
on your own right now. In fact, you guys have no contact with the ship. You have no idea what's going on up there whatsoever.
Okay. So I want to, like, I don't know if this is like how long this stuff takes. So you have to just kind of let me know. But I'm just a science guy, so I'm going to try to correlate the carbon date aging or whatever that's different between these guys. I'm just going to tell the computer, run correlation between the clock that I have, the astronomical clock that I've got, versus the ages of these people, to see if there's any way possible to tell what date or when these are from. I'm not going to try to do it. I'm just going to see if the computer can possibly, make some kind of a correlation.
Okay. All right. Let's do another roll. And I'm just gonna do. It's a tough one. Let's do reason, and let's do science again, and then yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so reason.
And then the difficulty is gonna be. Difficulty is going to be 2 because this is a really kind of crazy. Like you're really set. It's a great idea, but you're kind of set and you're making it do things it's not necessarily normally supposed to do.
Okay.
And I'm not.
Great.
And if you fail, it does not necessarily mean you won't the computer won't eventually figure it out. I'm just saying it won't be an instantaneous thing. So yeah.
Great. And I don't have like a computer programming. I have a holo programming, but I don't have any kind of a computer science like focus. So
I was looking at your thing.
Oh, wait.
Anything.
I have talents, computer expertise. I don't know if that counts.
I don't know what the talent does. But you could use that. I would allow you to use that, whatever that may or may not do, because the talents are like kind of special ability things.
Okay,
So.
I will put that on my Starfleet resume, and other than that, I will just roll my perform task because I don't know what it does past that anyway.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, what's the talent? Yeah, somebody check out talents for us.
Yeah, talent, computer expertise.
expertise.
Yes.
1 second, let me go find the.
Usually it's if you do a task assisted by the computer or sensors, you can re-roll any 1d20.
Okay.
So once he rolls, if he does, he can re-roll one of them.
If he's being assisted.
I'm gonna say you're being assisted.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's only ship, or is it?
Yeah, it really only works if the ship or someone else is. It's really
Okay.
meant for the ship
Sorry.
because the ship's computers are.
Yeah, more
that's
powerful than the tricorder. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I will just do this as a straight roll. So reason and science. And roll them.
Oh, nice.
2 out of 2.
Okay, so the computer's doing it. It's still not super instantaneous. It's going to take a few minutes, but it definitely understands your inputs, and it's kind of like you're getting a loading screen, basically. So it's computing. It'll take a little time. In that amount of time, however, you hear one of the hostage crewmen. In fact, you hear Chelsea. You see her eyes are alert. She's kind of looking back and forth. Her arms are like they've been hanging here for like a day. Definitely, they are hurt and destroyed. But she looks at you and goes, "Kill them." You heard what I said. You're just thinking, right?
Yes. So I'm going to hold my tricorders or my tricorder or my pad. I'm going to get very, very close to this person, like incredibly close, because that's just how my character is. And
Okay.
I'm like right into their face and just look right into their eyes and go, "That's very bad. I don't think we're supposed to do that according to Starfleet regulations. So maybe I could get you a chair so that we could get you down. I was thinking that maybe I could use my phaser to shoot you down, but I'm not very good at aiming, and I don't want to shoot you in the hands."
She
So
goes, "No, you don't have time. They're going to wake up. You have to kill
T-Rex,
them.
T-Rex.
I am a commander." You say T-Rex, and T-Rex.
I run straight at T-Rex, just having a complete existential crisis. Like, I mean, as a Ferengi carnivorous like warrior Ferengi, I really do want to lash out and kill them, but I don't have a Ferengi pain whip
Right.
or someone else to pay to do it. So I'm gonna run literally straight into T-Rex and just start placating T-Rex. "You've got to do something. They need us to kill them, but I don't think it's according to Starfleet regulations. But you're okay with killing."
She looks at you, and then she looks up. She obviously heard the exchange. Then she looks over at Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's like, "I am a commander. I am a higher rank. Kill them. Kill them now." She looks right at the Klingon and goes, "Use the Dictog." Well, she's not pointing, but she's like, "Use the Dictog. Use the phasers. Kill them. That is an order." T-Rex is just kind of like standing there, like looking at her former captain, who she didn't trust, and the other two witnesses, and then back at the commander, like trying to like waylay what she should do here. She's definitely capable of murder, but should she murder? She's not sure. You actually see her glance, like kind of like go back to Enzo, like in this position, she wishes Enzo was there because she knows that Enzo would have the solution that she does not possess because she's not sure. Like part of her is like, "That's an order. I should slit their fucking throats." But another part of her is like, "I don't think I should do that. That doesn't feel right." So yeah, so she's just kind of standing there, slightly in indecision, thinking about it. Do you do anything else, Nark?
Look, this is one of those existential crises that you have to figure out for yourself. But we have the Federation Starfleet manual to go by. We're in a situation where we're outnumbered, we're outgunned, and frankly, the commanding officer is telling us a specific order. However, the commanding officer is under duress, and we don't know if this is maybe part of the evil guy's plans. So, if there's any way that we could tie them up or permanently, I hate that word, making sure that they're unconscious for a very, very long time, that would probably be good. But I don't have any way of doing that except my favor and setting it on stun. Maybe we
Nark, I want you to roll a command control roll.
Okay, the Ferengi is gonna roll some.
You're trying to talk sense into her. I'm
gonna done.
I'm gonna be super fucking nice right now and say you can use the behavioral analysis focus too.
Yeah, that's like making the pilot do hand-to-hand combat.
Hey, you guys all separated in the way you separated.
We did.
Right? I had no control over
I'm
that.
not much better at it either, so
with the exception of him asking Nark and Enzo to go to the planet with him, you guys went where you guys went.
Okay, can I do three things?
Okay.
So one of them is my value of don't shoot the messenger and never judge a book by its cover. So basically, what I'm trying to say is the person who's talking here, they can't be blamed for what they're saying because of what they just went through. So maybe go lenient on their idea, but at the same time, I don't think we should take what they're saying at face value considering all the stuff that's going on. With that, I want to go to the Klingon and using my like behavioral analysis in my most Klingon way possible with my linguistics as my two focuses, I'd like to approach the situation and say, if you overpower them and you find a way to stop them without killing them, there'll be songs about you. Mind you, the songs will probably hurt my ears, so I won't listen to them. But if you kill them and they're incapacitated, then it would be honorless.
I love this. I will say, I think you can only, by the rules of the game, use one focus at a time. I'm not sure how values work.
Okay, so values, you're not really going to be able to use a value unless you have one determination in your character. You can use that one of your values, which is positively affects your current task. You may either spend the determination to add an extra d20 that has already rolled a critical success, re-roll any dice in your dice pool, perform an extra attacks immediately, or create an advantage.
I'll just go for one of the focuses. If
Well,
you
what's
think either of
creating an
those are
advantage? Creating an advantage is giving him a better roll, right?
No, it gives him something that he can use. It gives him, it may lower difficulty, it may not. It depends on what kind of advantage you want to give. Advantages are a little wonky.
I really like to never judge a book by its cover use, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how values work, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
this is it's not a situation where save it. I'd recommend just saving it.
that's
right
fine.
now.
Yeah, I can just
All right.
roll straight control and con, I think you said.
Command, you can still use the focus though. You can still use the behavioral analysis so focus.
Okay, great. So I can roll, what is that, roll
Yeah.
3 then?
I believe so.
Using one focus, roll dice. Two successes.
Nice.
You should
Okay.
roll for all of us all the time.
Yeah, he's on a roll, man.
The
All right,
Ferengi should always roll for everyone.
T-Rex actually looks at you, and for the first time, probably in your entire history as a relationship of two people who have ever talked, she seems to actually listen to you. She kind of looks at you and then looks back at Chelsea and goes, and Chelsea can see she's losing her, and she goes, "I gave you an order." She goes, "We wait." And then she walks over. She ties up the two witnesses. She ties up Anaphis. So you have managed to make the Klingon not murder. So good job. But Chelsea is furious. Okay. So let's go ahead and switch back to Tobin.
Best view of the ship.
All right, hold on. I just need to reread this thing that I wrote for myself to make sure I don't do anything wrong.
This is appropriate, but this is just some tubes.
Seatown's gonna have a rough decision to make. Tobin, you are hanging there. You kind of pull your second arm back up. You take a deep breath, like, okay, doing that a little bit more carefully now. You start to scale back up to the tube that you fell out of. Go ahead and give me another roll. This time it's going to be super easy. Just a one success is all you need. And it is, however, going to be fitness security again.
Because you know I never believe you when you say things like that. I'm gonna use value of nothing better than practical experience. I have, I'm just gonna pick myself back up. This is not the first banged up ship I've fallen down. I hoped it would not been the next one, or hopefully it'll be the last. But you know what? Just gotta do it. Wait. What that? Boom.
Nice. Okay. So you get one more momentum too, unless you're at max, and then you manage to you get up to the hatch. You can easily pull yourself into the kind of this tight quarters, and you start to kind of like pull yourself down. Once inside, you realize you don't know where you're going from there.
Well, it starts with one direction, and then I'm sure it's going to branch off in many.
Well, you know you got to call Devereaux back, basically.
Yeah. All right. Going forward and tap the comm. Commander?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be right with you. Hold on. She goes for a second, and she comes back. You can tell she's obviously trying to talk Lenra through her repairs as well. She comes back. She's like, "All right, Tobin, are you in the right spot?"
I'm in the next, I'm at the right level. Where do I go from here?
All right. You want to crawl. This is going to be tough. You want to crawl about 3 meters in. Can you do that?
Sure.
All right. You start to kind of like
a panel or something.
You're actually just like, yeah, there's tons of panels all around the walls, but you're in like the bowels of the computer at this point. So you're like talking about junction boxes at this point. So you start to kind of like pull yourself along 3 meters in. So she's giving you like specific instructions at this point, because you're going to have to actually like move some wires around, like that kind of shit. You turn around, you kind of see a panel. She goes, all right, it should be directly above you. So if you lay on your back, the panel directly above you, you're going to have to take off.
All right.
You kind of turn around, you start to pull the panels apart, kind of start to take it down. I want you to now give me, so that you don't fuck anything up, I want you to give me a control roll. And then we're going to do engineering.
Rolls. Engineering. Task. Yeah, this is all mechanical stuff. Focus computers? Or is this just all mechanical? All right.
No, definitely computers. You're in computer land right now.
All right. Seatown, you want to hold on to some of that momentum for the inevitable not being blown off into space part?
Yeah, you can burn a couple of them. I think we're at 5 right now, if I remember.
I'll take one. Whoop.
Because Narc was rolling
small.
Hot. Oh, hello.
What do you roll? Whoa!
3 successes.
Nice.
What was the difficulty?
It wasn't 3. It's 2. So
okay. You gain 1.
Pop up a momentum, and at that point you start to pull the thing away, and you kind of hear like a sizzle and a little bit of a crack, and you stop as you feel like like wires are being pulled, and you're just holding the thing.
This Commander, this panel's shorted out.
Oh shit! You didn't pull it all the way off, did you?
I'm still talking to you, aren't I?
Okay, all right. That would have triggered another lockdown, and that one's even harder to bypass. I'm glad. Okay, do you have any sort of tools on you? Anything at all?
What kind of tool are we?
Just anything, like a piece of metal, something. Hey, you're the one who climbed into Jeffrey tubes without asking to go get tools.
I've got my comm badge.
Okay, that'll work. Take that off.
You want to explain the next part to me before I possibly break this comm badge doing whatever it is you're asking me to do?
We shouldn't lose the comms. We shouldn't lose them at all. All you have to do is you have to clip that side off, just kind of wiggle it off, and then it'll pop free, and it's just a little extra security measure. Then you'll be able to get the panel off, no problem. The comm should stay running.
Well, all right.
All right, you put the comm badge in, you pop it off, and the comm badge immediately shorts out without question whatsoever. But you got the panel away. It doesn't lock down, but you are left with just a junction box of wires, and your comm badge does not seem to be working. What are you going to do? I'll give you some time to think about it. Lenra, we'll switch over to Seatown. You are outside doing the repairs. I'm going to have you give me your first repair roll here.
Okay.
So go ahead and do... I think we're going to do control on this one as well. Control and engineering. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difficulty?
We're going to say 2 successes.
Okay.
It's not going to be an instant. Like if you fail, it doesn't mean the ship explodes. I want to make that clear.
And I'm going to. Can I use the improvisation focus?
Yeah, sure, definitly.
Cool. I'm going to burn a momentum.
Improv it up. Yes, and the fucking wires.
Yeah, spend a momentum just to get an extra die.
Sure, this is a good time
let's
for
roll this. What is this with freaking complications?
Always complicated with you.
And 3 successes and a complication. What was the difficulty again?
It was 2 successes.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Gain that momentum.
I already know what I'm doing. You guys are in fucking space. All right. So you start working on this thing. You start working on it. You start. Basically, the thing is damaged. You've got to do some minor repairs just to get down to the nitty gritty of what you need to do. You are really worried about one part of it being that there is kind of not enough places to connect to bypass. So you're going to have to kind of like switch some wires around and maybe fuse them to kind of make it work. But that might leave you with some systems. And while you're thinking about this, boom, another secondary spark happens on the side. Basically, Kyle is standing with you, kind of trying to help you. And he takes a bad step with his magnetic boots backwards onto an active conduit. The conduit shorts out his magnetic boots and he begins to float into space. What do you do?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to try to grab him.
The whole time he's like, Lieutenant, Lieutenant, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I'm going to try to grab him. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's start with fitness and security, but it is a 2 success difficulty.
I have nothing that will help.
I will say this. If you fail this will not mean that Kyle floats into space forever.
You
will have another shot at it, but
spending 3 momentum.
Okay, you're not going to need another shot at it, probably. Please roll 4 complications. This is making my day.
I'm rolling 4 dice.
Don't roll more complications on those dice.
What the hell?
Dang, damn it. Sit down. Why are you like this?
Nope. I'm going to burn my determination. Use the we got this value. Going to use that. Yeah. And I'm re-rolling that entire
Lenra is filled with determination.
Damn thing.
How are you doing this? You're using the determination. What's the determination?
I'm using a value with the determination. 4 successes. That's better. What was the difficulty? 2 use 2 or 3?
Yeah, 2. 2.
Okay, so gain back 2 momentum.
Explain what is determination? What are you talking about with determination? I don't.
We all have 1 point of determination when we serve.
Okay. What does that do?
it basically allows us, and I explained this earlier, was if I want to use a value, I can use a value to reroll any dice, or add an extra dice that's already a roll one, perform an extra task immediately, or create an advantage. In this case, I used it to reroll all the dice.
Oh, I thought the determination was just to reroll one die.
No,
From what you just said.
no, it's all the dice. It's any number of dice.
Oh, any number of dice. Okay. All right. Okay. All righty. So you've spent your determination points.
Mhm.
All right. So basically, what happens? He starts to go over. You actually panic for a hot second. You end up stepping on a live conduit. Your magnetic boots go out for a second, and you start to float away. You hear Kyle go, "Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all." You reach out. You manage to grab his hand, and you manage to get your magnetic boots on before they get outside the range, and it slowly pulls you back in. It speeds up a little bit and slams you guys into the center of the ship. You manage to do it without taking any real stress damage or anything. His magnetic boots kick back on. He manages to lock back into place as well, and you guys manage not to go off. However, space is a tricky thing. The ship is floating. You guys are floating. You guys are now about 20 feet away from where you were working and have to slow ka-chunk your way back to the damaged ship, the damaged part of the ship that you need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having so much fun with this episode. Aether, which I keep calling you Brian, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be using screen names. I'm using everybody else's names. Aether, do you want to take a quick break so I can get another drink, and then we'll come back with the resolution of this episode?
Oh boy. Sure. Yeah, let's
That's okay. Can I say one thing before we go to break? If Genesia is in the comments, your comments are hysterical. And every time I watch this back on the VOD, I laugh my ass off. She said T-Rex is a whole mood last time, and I want that on a t-shirt. Just want to say that. Just want to give it, because I don't watch the chat at all while we're doing this, so I have no idea. So I see them in the VOD later, and I'm like, oh my God, that's hysterical. So just want to say
I mean, it's true.
It's true. All right. So yeah, if you don't mind going to break, I'm gonna get a drink, take a quick bathroom, and then we could be back in like 5-10.
All right, let me see this works correctly, and we'll take a break.
Okay.
And we're back.
All right. More chaos continues. We're gonna go planet side now. Okay. So Enzo's still out. He's knocked out. He's got a head wound. Actually, T-Rex asks you to check on him while she ties people up.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have any medical experience whatsoever.
Do I, in all the random equipment that I got, did I actually grab a medical tricorder as well?
We'll say yeah, because you had a lot of equipment. Just go ahead and do I'm gonna say reason and medicine.
Okay. I'm just checking to see if I have anything that would. Nope. Okay, great. Just perform task. Uh, 2 out of 2.
He's just killing it on the planet. We need to put you in a kung fu fight, and you're just kicking everybody's ass somehow. All right. You realize he's knocked out. He's got a concussion. He also, the phaser fire kind of made the situation a little bit worse, but he's not going to die. You just need to like keep his head elevated, and he'll be probably okay. So you kind of prop him up against a wall, and just that's the best you can do for him right now. Just let the human body do what it does. At this point, however, you hear from behind you, and you see Chelsea Green. The first person T-Rex lets down is Chelsea. Chelsea somehow with like she kind of falls onto T-Rex, using her to support her. When you turn around, you see kind of the results of that, and she grabs T-Rex's very unused phaser, pulls it from her holster, and starts to try and take aim at Anaphis, the unconscious Anaphis, who's just leaned up against some rubble, tied up. What do you do?
So she's wrestling with the Klingon lady.
Yeah, well, she's not really wrestling. She's kind of like
Hot.
Yeah, she's kind of like dead legged it onto her, like did the whole like rubber legs and then fell on her and then like used that to get a hand on the phaser. So like T-Rex can easily beat her ass, but she's just kind of like octopused onto her. So she's trying to like just kind of with surprise and awkwardness used it to pull the phaser to try and get a shot at Anaphis. Action.
I'm a science officer.
What do you do? Hot shot.
Not a referee. So they're going to do their thing, and I'm going to try to figure out if there's any difference in the amount of time that I'm going to take a couple steps away from them also, and not in the line of fire between them and Anaphis, but I mean really like jump on a Klingon or in between a Klingon, and no. I'm going to try to do some science stuff at a safe position, if there is such a thing, without running all over the place.
Okay.
And just try to see if there's any from the sensors that have recorded the last time distortion, because I don't think I had them set up for the first one. I don't remember. Did anything actually get recorded? Like, does it see it as just like some energy? Did any of the audio or visual or just random radiation sensors pick up an actual correlating thing, or is it really just these visions happening in our head? Because the visions are different and I don't know why. And I'm just wondering, can I look at the equipment and see what they recorded? Are we just hallucinating when we get bombarded by radiation, or is there any correlation to like what we're seeing and experiencing for like that 15 seconds to anything in the sensors from the stuff I set up?
So you're gonna 100% ignore the life and death situation behind you to do science.
That's Starfleet.
Okay, all right.
That's consistent.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
I'm not completely ignoring it. Again, I'm preserving my own safety by stepping out of the line of fire and then doing science.
Okay. All right. Let me make some rolls real quick then in your absence, because that would definitely resolve before you figure out the science. I have Chelsea, so I'm gonna have to roll for Chelsea personally. Okay. And threat is I can add dice to it, like with momentum. John?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to use some threat. Because Chelsea really wants to kill. Okay. That's a big old hit. Right.
None of those are good sounds.
All right. And the phaser is 4. So phaser. So if a phaser's 4, I'm rolling security plus 4, right? Well, I'm sorry, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for damage, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going to tell something to Zednik von Catmull in the chat. Wrong genre.
Yep.
We will find you. We will hurt you.
Sure.
Wait, what's her?
Very
Sorry,
important
guys.
troll.
Give me a sec. Security. She does not have a ton. Okay.
Okay, now he's just trolling us.
What do you mean now?
Ask who's the Jedi and then says escape in the Tartarus. I swear to God.
This always messes me up. 1 is 2. 2 is
Yes.
What's the values on the D6s again?
On the D. Okay. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 and 4 are 0, 5 and 6 are 1 success effect.
That's
Gotcha.
so weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and it's how many stress? It's 5 stress to an injury, right?
Right.
And if you're going for kill, they're dead, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so she gets the phaser up,
Well,
sets
all
that
the
fucker
phrases.
sets that fucker to kill, and hits Anaphis Ferron, your captain, the captain that has been your captain for 2 months, and just burns a hole through his chest. There is like he doesn't even have a chance to scream out in pain. It hits him, huge hole in his chest. He just kind of like wide-eyed and then slumps. At that point, she starts to whip the phaser around towards the witnesses who are tied up, and T-Rex, T-Rex at that point just like literally belly to belly suplexes her over her head, just hurls her like very lighter body over her head. She goes sailing through the air and crashes back first onto a broken pillar. And you all hear a very key snap. And Chelsea just kind of like crack and then like rolls off the pillar. And you see like T-Rex turn around and just like, shit. Just wide-eyed at what has just happened. Are you still doing science? Which is totally okay. I'm just asking. Do you have any reaction to anything that just happened?
Seeing all of that go on, he has a moment where at first he's like, "What do I do?" And then he's like, kind of doing that Frankie, like, "Well, I guess non-intervention was for the best because my body didn't snap into little pieces." Um, well, what next? Starfleet? So, um, yeah, I'm going to diligently start thinking of a way to correlate the to see if the computer has any information back on when these guys are from, and I'm and if there's any difference in the amount of time that is between the the temporal disturbances, and if there's anything that I can use to, since again, trying to see if there's any information that came into the sensors that I can use.
Okay.
Because just as a thought process, my character at this point is convinced that these I forgot what you called them.
Temporal distortions.
These other guys, these witnesses.
Oh, the witnesses.
Yes. Yeah. My character is convinced that these witnesses are somehow here from other times, and that somehow we are now in the bad time loop, and that he has to figure out how to get
time paranoia.
He's had it from the beginning. That's why I set the clock up. So now he's convinced that he's already in the time loop, and he has to sort of like get T-Rex and himself back to the beginning of the time loop or figure out a way to reset it. So he's either going to try to come up with a way to force him and T-Rex into the next distortion that he sees, since they all seem to be before now, or something like that. That's his thoughts.
Okay, here's what happens. You you are able to, in those couple of seconds where all that action is going on and slight panic is going on, you are able to see that the computer has figured out how to like differentiate their ages and in correlation to the temporal distortion and how long they've been been around and that sort of thing. The stuff that you're kind of looking for. But before you can really delve into it and figure out what those results are, T-Rex goes, Ferengi, get over here and fix her. Very loudly. And with much force and intent.
I think you should get the other victims down as fast as we can.
I will get the other victims down, but you can't let her die. She wasn't supposed to die. Just get over there, fix her, see if she's alive.
T-Rex, there's a bunch of weird sciencey stuff going on in my head right now. If I explain it to you, you'll probably make me like her. But if you just let me think about it for long enough, I might be able to fix her and maybe fix the whole situation, but probably not.
You have medical skills. Get to her and see if she is alive before I kill you.
Bodies? Dead? Dying? I'm a scientist. I can deal with decomposing stuff. I'm out of character. I'm not sure if my character actually has the composure to do medical type stuff in an actual life or death situation. I know I have the technical skills for it, but I'm not sure if he can actually handle that.
Okay. All right. How about we make a roll for it to see if he can pull it off? Or let's just make a roll to see if he can get the composure to go over there and attempt to fix her. Let's look at what you got here. Well, control, definitely. And we're actually going to give you medicine, since this is technically medicine in the medicine ballpark. So control, medicine, try and get control of yourself to go over there and check on Chelsea.
Okay. And I definitely don't have anything to help with those. Okay, here we go. Random question. What does untapped potential do as a talent? Just for future reference, just because I have it and I don't know what it does. But okay, I'm going to roll these.
Yeah, I know.
Two.
I can't
I'm going to roll
remember.
this perform task.
I keep forgetting we have that.
Ooh, 1 success and a complication.
Okay. All right.
Can I use a momentum, or should I have declared that beforehand?
You should have declared it beforehand.
Okay,
however, you passed, like it was a 1 success thing.
Oh, okay.
But with the complication. Okay. All right. You kind of like pull it in. You're like, okay, all right, I got to do this. I got to look at the potentially folded in half ex-commander. Got to look at her. And you kind of like, okay, all right, everybody be cool. And you kind of walk over to her. You get out the medical tricorder. You realize she's got a few separated vertebrae and that she is paralyzed from the waist down, but she is not dead. And you can actually make an attempt to stabilize her. So give me a. This one is going to be reason and medicine.
Reason and medicine. Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Reason, medicine. And roll them.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them. Okay, there we go. One success.
Okay, all right. You're able to stabilize her just barely. She's gonna need medical attention within the next day, or it might not make it. Like she's stabilized in kind of a medical coma right now. Would be the best way to say it, I guess.
I'll have to remember that next time we spend momentum.
What does it do?
Character is inexperienced, talents are braid. Future Starfleet character cannot have or increase any attribute above 11 or discipline above 4. While they have this talent, they may have to adjust attributes and discipline accordingly at the end of character creation. So I'll have to look some stuff up, make sure I'm even legal. I think I'm screwed up on that one. Whether the character succeeds a task. Yeah, whenever the character succeeds the task for which they
judge you on your cheating.
Notice the Romulan is cheating, but the Ferengi keeps winning.
I'm only half, and I didn't realize, and I'm going to correct.
That's it for the stream. We don't need to do this.
But
That's all,
everybody.
folks.
We're good.
Don't forget to
Whenever
tip
the-
your waitress. We're fucking out of here.
Okay. Whenever the character succeeds at a task for which they bought one or more additional dice with either momentum or threat, they may roll 1d6, and the character receives a bonus momentum for every effect rolled. They cannot gain any higher rank than lieutenant junior grade while they possess this talent.
So he's like a momentum generator.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So you managed to get him stabilized. And at this point, the temporal distortion goes off. Yay!
Oh, fuck.
You see the white light, and then it takes you back again. You're back into this bombed out building, but this actually is only a little bit ago. You see a much more virile Chelsea and the 5 crew just hung, kind of kicking and fighting with the witnesses who are in front of them. The one witness that is in front of them is kind of hunched over and kind of looking weird. It's weird. It's very clear that this witness is different from the other ones. And you hear him go, "You will pay for your crimes. Your crimes." She goes, "I did. I didn't do it. I didn't fire those photons. I didn't know. I didn't make the order." He goes, "You were there. You did nothing. Nothing. Look around you. Look at what you have wrought. That is why you die last, Green. That is why you die last." And then he looks at the others and goes, "They will be here soon. Wait. You know what to do." And then he turns and the temporal distortion ends. And then we're going to switch off from you. At this point, we're going to go to Tobin.
Oh boy.
Okay. Got some wires here.
Nope, I'm good.
And the fate of the entire crew here. Okay.
I'm good. Nothing's above 5 and nothing above 11, so I'm good.
Okay. All right. He avoids cheating this time.
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
I know you're cheating, Romulan. I just haven't figured out why yet.
Do her like okay. I probably remember seeing this in a manual
on, baby.
at some point.
All
Probably
right.
second year.
You get a roll, man. You get a roll to try and bypass. You kind of start to figure it out. You think you remember it. You start to kind of, okay, all right. I think if I do this wire, I think I know what I'm doing. If I do this, it'll bypass the computer systems. It'll bypass the entire the whole lockout system. Anybody will be able to use the consoles. I think. But you're not 100% sure. You can't be without Devros, and she's not on the line. So the roll is going to be reason, engineering. Actually,
daring engineering?
Actually, daring engineering. I'm saying daring engineering because you're half guessing. Okay. I guess red wire. It's either the red wire or the blue wire. I think red. I think red's the one.
I'm gonna take 2 momentum.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so to buy dice, it's 1 for the first die, 2 for the second. So if you're trying to buy 2,
okay.
So it'd be 3 total.
my
You still
threat
have to
is one lower
survive the
then.
next part, which may invalidate whatever I'm doing. So I'll take 1.
It is going to be a 3 success
Or-
difficulty though.
Great.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I'm taking 2.
Yeah, dude, do what you got to do, buddy. Do what you got to do.
Um,
Because remember, you have untapped potential, so you may end up.
Lenra's real
earning-
challenge is not going to be her. Lenra's challenge is not going to be a roll. I'll just put it to you that way.
My challenge is going. My challenge is going to not blow a blood vessel from the stupidity.
Maybe. We'll see.
you know what? The several generations of my several previous generations are in the back of my head making a lot of suggestions. They're not very helpful at the moment because most of them were kind of probably not the most calm and thoughtful. So
What'd you roll?
2 successes.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. All right. Do you want to take a threat? He can do that, right? He can take a threat to.
I can.
Not in this case. He just fails. You can only really take a threat if there's a complication involved. There's no complication, so he just doesn't. He just doesn't succeed. So that's he doesn't. It's not complicating to put him backwards, but it also doesn't. He doesn't make any progress, basically.
Okay. All right. All right.
So it takes. I take more time, or do I blow a determination?
Your call.
If you have a value that you think can support support a spend, then yes.
You are.
I have a lot that I can have a lot that would be doing something extremely dangerous for the good of others.
Yeah.
Technically, nothing is better than practical experience could work.
Yeah, I blew that one. I would go with the insatiable curiosity or Starship's home, crew, family.
Yeah, the two I would say is Starship as a home and crew as its family, or
yeah,
nothing is better than practical experience. So those are the two
blow
values.
that determination.
You get 1 determination every session.
I believe so.
I mean, I'm guessing
at most. I think that the other thing, it's like
I'll look it up.
Whatever.
I didn't have the time this week to go over and find all the fine details that I usually go through.
All right.
87,
so are you using the determination?
I'm gonna spend it. You know what? This is got some of the chips starting to. He's switching the chips in, putting the wires. It's just one of them takes a breath, thinks about what everybody's doing.
Okay.
Listen again. Oh wait, the reroll. Oh, what? How come the reroll results button makes me have to?
Yeah, you gotta respecify it because some rerolls may not allow you to reroll all the damage.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, so that's why.
Nope.
Okay.
Where's the second time?
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. All right. It still doesn't work. You're like, damn it. Then you realize you need to like bypass it up and over here, but the wire doesn't go quite far enough. But all you have to do is kind of jump it. You need to short out that system with the energy from it. So here's what I'm going to allow you to do, which I'm playing around with how science works, but you guys know how it works. You can create the conduit. You don't know how hot the line is, but if you yourself put your finger in the hole and grab the other end, I will allow you to bypass it. Exactly. I will allow you to bypass it, but you will take an indiscriminate amount of damage that I will roll randomly. Your call, champ. And it will be lethal if it kills you.
But we can only find out if it does.
Well, everything got working. The computer was bypassed. Wait, where's Tobin? Well,
Ultimate sacrifice.
Somewhere
well,
in there.
Sir, I found a charred corpse in one of the relay junctions. God damn it, Tobin. God damn it.
5 stress to kill a dude, right? Like that's what it is.
No, it's all is stress. 5 stress can cause an auto injury, which pretty much knocks you out.
So it's 7 it would be 7 to kill me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All
roll
right.
low. No trials and trill electrocution.
Oh, that's why, because I actually took something that ups my stress to like ridiculous levels.
I mean, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know how deadly it is. So I can't even really say here's what I'll do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just to keep this fair. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper here. A scrap piece of paper. I'm gonna write down the number of damage dice that I'm gonna roll to damage you should you decide to do this on a little piece of paper here. So that I'm not cheating. Write it down. Boom. It's written down. It's on this piece of paper right here. So whether the percentage that it could kill you is unknown to you, but it is a set value. Could be 1D. Well, no. It could potentially kill you, so it can't be 1D, but it could be lower. Could have a low chance. Could have a really high chance.
Ba-da-ba.
Ba-ba-bum.
This is what I like game
This is what you're here for.
This is what I'm here for right here. This choice. I love it.
The player death.
No. The choice. The choice
or
to
death?
die for other people. That makes my day. I don't know why.
Uh-huh. Why is it all the decisions in that case lead to death?
This is the gamble, baby. The
He
gamble.
doesn't know why. He doesn't know why.
I don't know. No.
We know why.
Can I take a wire from one of the other panels?
No.
Where's a hydro spanner when you need it?
Apparently,
Well,
probably
it's
like
imaginary
5
die
floors
right here.
down.
No, you failed the roll twice.
I
This
did.
is the choice, man.
This is the
I
choice.
can't. There's no other way around this to
Nope.
MacGyver it. This is the choice. You failed the roll twice. I can't.
Aether would like 500 cc's of I don't want a zine.
I need 500 cc's of Kirkium.
You know what? I've stopped doing this for characters. Tobin would definitely do it.
All right. I got a roll to make.
He thinks for a second, and then every law says yes.
This is. Oh no.
You take 5 damage, 5 stress. And the number was 3d6 of damage, which I did write it right there. You guys can see right there, 3d6. 3D.
Well,
3D. I did not cheat you. I didn't cheat you.
Is...
I didn't Romulan you. 3d6, 5 damage. I'm sorry, it's a running gag now. I don't know what to tell you. 5 damage. Nick started it. Be mad at him. It's 5 damage. 5 stress. You're just like the whole ship goes black for just like a second, as well as your vision, and then it pops back up.
Cue Windows 95 boot up sequence.
I taste blue.
Yeah, you definitely taste some blue on that one. Okay, all right. You're gonna need a second, so we're gonna step over to Lenra.
I'm gonna take
Lenra, ka-chunk. You make it back to the engineering thing. You get back to work. The whole ship kind of has this weird power surge for a second. Then everything seems okay, so you keep going to work. You don't know what happened, but hopefully
go check on Tobin.
Stick his finger in a light socket. But in any case, there is something that you notice though, as Deveros is talking you through things. She talks you through some of the bypasses, and you realize that some of the conduits are specifically destroyed in a way that, so you have to bypass one to another, but one of them is just destroyed so far that you can't bypass it. And so you have to make a choice. And this is the real tough choice. This is not a roll choice. This is your choice. You have to make a choice. Obviously, you're going to start the engines back up. That's a dirt.
Mm-hmm.
But you can either put the tractor beam up or the communication systems. If you don't get the communication systems running, you probably will not be able to radio Starfleet to tell them that the Valor is coming to totally destroy the whole Accord thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't get the tractor beam up, everybody on the shuttle bay dies.
Okay.
That's your choice.
Looking at the full situation and nearby debris, is there anything I can jury rig or improvise in order to do this?
Okay. All right. You want to go that route? It's going to be dangerous. Okay. There is some floating debris around. I'm not going to say there isn't. However, it is kind of floating away from you, so it will take some stunts. Like it is outside the range where you would be able to remagnetize to the ship if you let go of the boots. Let's put it that way.
That's why we have thrusters on these things. Just like the just like zero just like 0G training.
Okay.
Words, they are things. So yeah, I'm gonna try to grab something and
so you're gonna try and demagnetize, float up, then use the thrusters to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Give me a real quick before you do this, because I think that maybe you know. Let's go ahead and give me a insight engineering check.
Boom. I don't think improvisation will help here. We'll just roll flat because I'm not gonna burn. What the hell? Please don't screw up. No successes. At least it wasn't a complication.
Okay. All right. You kind of look through the debris. You see something where you're like, I bet you if I weld that to the ship in a certain way, I'll be able to use it as a bypass.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make a quick roll for Kyle. He's not on that thing yet, so I'm just gonna take some stabs at him because I really don't want to fuck you, but might have to.
Zach, this is you. We know you. We know you. Now who's acting like the Romulan?
Shit. Okay. All right. So Kyle is like, what are you thinking? You tell him, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, all right. What do you want me to do?
You're the backup. If things start going bad for me out there, I need you to try to wrangle it back in.
Okay. All right. I can do it. You hear Devros now kind of come in because she was talking you through it, and then you went quiet for a little bit while you're figuring this out. She's like, what is going on over there?
Junction 13 is completely fragged. We're looking for a way to bypass it because we can either get the tractor beam online or communications online. I need to get both online because I need to get you back up into the ship, and I need to be able to contact Starfleet about the Valor.
Yeah. You need to get us back on the ship. At that point, okay. So at this point, you do the jump, right?
Yep.
All right. Give me a just to start us off. Give me a. I think this is daring. Gotta say.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a daring.
I think it's definitely daring. I can't say
Con?
anything else.
No.
Yeah. Let me. I'm trying to bring up a stat sheet here. Give me a sec. This is tough. I'm gonna actually say con. I think con is a good one because it's kind of directional.
Okay, I'm gonna burn one more momentum. Burn the last momentum here. Give me an extra die.
You're about to have a bad day.
Oh shush. I don't have.
Hopefully, you get one back.
Yeah, we'll find out. Let's roll it because I don't have anything that can. Oh boy, 4 successes.
Yeah, that's
What was
some
the difficulty?
momentum back. That was we're gonna say that was a 2 success. You're gonna get 2 momentum out of that. I should have said it beforehand, but it's
Okay. Actually, hold on,
Hmm?
because remember the that wonderful talent we have. I spent
Romulans.
momentum on that.
Yeah.
No, that the
Okay.
that other one, which I got to look up how many dice I rolled.
Romulans. That wasn't even me. Wasn't even me, baby. Oh,
Half and a half. Jesus Christ! Not full. Here we go. May roll 1. For 1, they may roll 1. Okay, I just roll 1d6. Okay.
okay.
See if it works.
Oops. Wrong box. Oh.
Do we get some dice?
Find out. Nope, nothing. So no bonus momentum.
Yeah, they're worth a shot.
Yep.
Okay. At this point, you catch it. You
Yep.
catch it. You're like, yeah, I got it. You go to hit the thrusters back, and you realize one of the thrusters was damaged when you fell back to the ship from before when you caught Kyle. You did
Jesus.
not notice it from the roll earlier, and immediately you burst the wrong way, kind of sideways. At this point, you're kind of floating with one thruster, so if you burst, you just kind of spin. Give me I don't know. What do you? Kyle's like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. What do you want me to do?
I can maybe angle this. If I angle it right, I can use what thrusters I have and basically come in. Yeah, I'm just going to try to use what I have and angle it right.
Okay. All right.
Because there's more than just one thruster on this thing. There's multi.
Yeah, no, there is, but it's damaged in a way that like you've got to kind of try and figure out the controls on the fly because any way you go is going to go kind of in the wrong direction because that thruster's off. So we're going to make this a little bit challenging. We're going to have to say I'm going to say 3 successes. It's going to be daring and it's going to be con.
Yeah, one of my weakest.
Definitely daring.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Oh, I know.
You also have to get back with the piece of metal.
Do that. Just give me 3 because that's all I can really get. We don't have enough momentum for other. Actually, I'm going to give you 2 threat to give me 1 more die.
I thought you couldn't give threat unless you've got a complication there, champ.
No, I can give threat to buy dice.
You have to give it at the beginning, not at the end.
Right.
Okay. All right.
It's one of those where.
All right.
Yeah, it's re-rolling with threat is I don't think you can actually do that. That's the problem. So I can get extra dice. I just cannot
storing that one away.
No, you get 2 for me because it's an additional. So, and let's find out. No Kami. 4 successes. Ah!
All right. You managed to fly back. You get to the thing. You managed to get onto the ship, and you managed to get the thing back. I was like, holy crap, that was amazing. You did amazing. Let's get this thing back in place and get this thing working again. Now with threat, can I hurt your rolls at all when you're rolling?
Yes, you can actually increase the difficulty for every threat you spend. You can increase the chance of critical of complication range.
How much do I increase it by per threat?
I believe 1 for 1.
I can spend any number of threat on.
I think it's up to 5. I think it's up to 4 or 5. I can't remember. It's because you can't just be like, I spent 20 threat and make it impossible.
Well, I can't have more than 6. I didn't think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you walk back over, ka-chunk, to file this piece of metal in. The metal is real wonky. It's busted up piece, but you're gonna try and make it work. So I'm gonna add some threat here. So I'm gonna add. We're gonna add 2 threat to you, to your roll to do the engineering to put this thing back into place and file it away.
What would this be?
It is going to be reason, and it's going to be engineering, and then it's on you, buddy.
How much did you increase the threat by? The
2.
complication range 2.
Put it right back to you, the same amount.
3.
So basically, you'd get a complication on 18, 19, 20, or 17, 18, 19, 20.
What's the difficulty?
2 successes.
2. Okay, we'll burn 1 momentum. Get that 3rd die. I think improvisation applies here.
I will agree with that.
Okay. Dice gods, Gygax, watch over me.
See, this is why I'm nice. I could have just jacked all 4 of them.
Well, 3 successes, but there's a complication.
Okay. All right. You guys are working fast at this point because you're trying to get this up and running. You know, Deveros and Billy are probably going to be starting to run out of oxygen at this point. You're just trying to file it in, and at that point, like right as you're trying to file it in, you see this kind of like white distortion light, and you're like, "Shit, the time distortion!" And then boom, it washes over you. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to roll, because this is really going to freak you out. I need you to roll we're going to say control and command to keep your shit, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the difficulty of that last roll? Just out of, you said it was 3 or 2 for the last one.
Wait, what? Oh, for the roll I'm asking you to do, or the one that?
No, the previous one. I want to make sure
because it's 2.
It was 2. Okay, we regained that momentum. Sorry, that's why.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gotta check one more. This is where it gets fun because of that stupid thing. Oh, hey, we gained a bonus one. That works better. So you said it's command and control,
right?
Okay. Will the composure focus work here?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
This is all composure.
Yellow, let's spend all 3. 3 more dice.
I'm gonna save any for the rest of us. Go for it.
That's what I'm doing. 5 successes.
Well, yeah, you spent all the momentum. Okay. So,
and what you said the difficulty was what on that one?
It was 2. It's 2.
2. So 3 momentum back, and let me roll 1d6 because we spent momentum on that one.
All right. So here's what happens, because the temporal distortion washes over you, and remember, wherever you are in space and time is where the temporal distortion takes you. So there was no Danielson. There was no Danielson at the time of this temporal distortion. So all of a sudden, you're attached to nothing in space, just floating there. However, you see off in the distance the Sovereign class Valor above the planet. You see the issues on planet side, and you see 2 torpedoes fire out of the torpedo bay of the Valor planet side at the only thing that could have possibly been planet side, which is the colony. And that coupled with the space floating just kind of fucking fucks your world up. Like, I don't understand what just happened here. Nonetheless, you managed to keep your shit together. You managed to keep your command together. You managed to be like, this is the temporal distortion. I am going to hold until it passes. It will be okay. You managed to, and then the temporal distortion fades, and there you are. And when you come back, Kyle, poor Kyle, who has had a real rough day, is just like huddled down in a fetal position next to the thing, just like shaking. He is full on in shock at this point. because he just did an impromptu float into the sky sort of situation, and he's losing his shit.
Okay. I'm going to try to. So we're done with the task. So I'm trying to get him to kind of get
He's just
himself
sitting there
back.
going, no, 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 no,
Calm
no,
down,
no,
calm
no,
down, calm
no,
down.
no,
You're
no, no,
fine. You're
no,
fine.
no, no,
You're fine.
no.
Look at me.
No,
Look
we're
at me.
gonna float
Look at
in
me.
space. We're gonna die.
Look,
We'll float in space.
look at me.
We're
Look at
die.
me. Look at me. We're back on the Danielson. You're fine. You're fine.
Give me
I can't slap him because he's in a spacesuit, so
you
it doesn't
can't.
work.
You gotta be nice this time. You need the kindness, man. Okay, give me it's not always a strong hand, buddy.
No.
Got,
I'm saying
you
I
gotta
can't
roll.
slap him.
You gotta roll. I know, but you want to. That's the problem.
No.
All right, give me a command roll. Give me presence.
Presence.
That's all you.
Hello, Nelly. Screw it.
This is gonna be 2 successes because he's had a fucking day.
Screw it. Spend one on
He's
that.
an ensign on a tow truck, and he's been like,
composure work for this one or diplomacy? I gotta try.
I don't know if composure would. I don't know if either one of those would work on this one. Honestly,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna say no on that because composure is more for you. I don't think that's for them. So you're trying to talk him down.
Oh, God damn it! Had blast, 2 successes and complication.
Oh my God, Sean. I love how you have to spend like all the momentum we have, and you're still rolling complications. Like it makes my day. You're just like a complication generator.
Total clutch moment. Total clutch moments. I'm a god. Everything else, screw you, hippie. You can't even tie your shoes.
You're a god because you spent 3 momentum, you psycho. All right. I'm gonna take a threat on that one. I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
On that one. He's like Captain, ship disappeared. We can't. Everybody's gonna die, man. Everybody's gonna die.
We're fine. We're going to go back in now. I'm hoping that Tobin got the computer working again. We're fine.
All right. Okay. You managed to like. Okay. I'm sorry. This is just. Sorry. It's just a little bit much. I'm all right. And then he follows you back in. Tobin.
And on the way, in, I any other of the crew that's left, I go get the tractor beam running if the systems are back online and get them back in.
Okay. All right. You managed to get everybody back on board the vessel. Mission success. You guys do it. Tobin is still alive. He smells like burnt hair, but he's still alive. He's doing okay. He manages to crawl out of the Jeffries tube, singed and bad, but you guys are back up and running. You now have a chance to.
The symbiote twitches a little every once in a while.
Right. You have the communications back up and running, so you can actually warn the Federation, which is crazy. And at this point, we're gonna go back to planet side, and well, actually, we're gonna end there. We'll resolve planet side. We'll resolve planet side next time. Hopefully, Mark wakes up and brings some.
Oh, he's gonna have to have a lot explained when he wakes up.
He is. I hope he watched the stream. That's all I'm saying. I hope he watches the stream or the VOD because it's gonna be
almost
really
funnier
hard
if he doesn't, and then wakes up with like.
We have to
What's
understand
going on?
right now. Scorn is
your
dealing
captain's
with
dead, and I broke the other captain's neck.
But it's Narc who has
real
to
life.
Explain it, so it's going to be interesting.
Next, just keep in mind that the reason he's gone right now is because he's dealing with a 4-legged family member. So. Real life before game. Real life before game.
And that, yeah.
But we will definitely tease him.
Yes, we will. We will do what a lot of tables do and tease him.
He's got a reason not to be here. I'm not trying to give him.
No. We're not to give. That was more of an explanation for anyone who's wondering why was he here?
Anybody out there?
he's dealing with one of the four-legged one of his puppers, and
yeah,
that's just what it is. So we wish him
I-
luck.
as a man who has had and lost a pupper, I get I would never that is the best reason ever. So yeah, I get it. But again, thank you, Aether, for letting me game master.
Thank you for game mastering.
Thank you, Nick Jitsu and C-Town for playing. And I appreciate everybody. I just want to say, if you want to catch this on a VOD, it'll be on my channel later. And I'm going to shut up now and let Aether Dios sign off. Great game, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Tune again in 2 weeks to watch me have an aneurysm.
As long as I don't short circuit again, it'll be great. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Bzz. There we go. Bzz. All right. It has been wonderful. I hope everybody had a good time. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday, so I will be on tomorrow evening with more Fix Fox. Otherwise, yeah, no, this has been a lot of fun. I will see you all in a bit. All right. Have a good night, everybody.